welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the penal code, the Cameroon penal code. What the Cameroon government, the provisions, what the Cameroon government, Cameroon penal code is saying concerning grievous harm, that is genital mutilation and prevention of the growth of an organ. We all know that genital mutilation it is still ongoing in certain parts of Cameroon and certain parts of the world. And so I'm taking out this time to read this. So if you see anybody, anywhere, genitally mutilating anyone, that is what they call female circumcision, from somebody thought like it, I think, call the police. Call the police. Call the police. If you find prevention of growth of an organ, if you find anybody ironing the breast of any female, call the authorities. This one is something that needs the law involved. In as much as we can pray and try to forgive, the person has to live with the torture. The government authorities, the authorities of the government have been put in place for us to keep the structures and systems on earth in check so that people don't go on abusing others, torturing others in the name of religion, tradition, father and mother, ancestors, parents, relationships, culture, whatever that is, in the form of abuse. So this is why I'm reading this, and I'll be reading from the Cameroon Penal Code. And anywhere you are in the world, if you watch my video of genital mutilation, where I spoke badly about it, because I had experienced this through a friend who had been circumcised. She was from Guinea-Conakry. And it really touched me. In fact, it made me sick in my spirit. Any form of mishandling or rough handling of a female really gets me upset. So, in as much as we will be praying, we'll be trying to forgive, we'll be trying to look that the victim is healed, or send the victim to the hospital, the Lord needs to be held. So I read section 277 of the Cameroon Penal Code. That's grievous harm. Whoever permanently deprives another of the use of the body or of any part of any member, organ or sense shall be punished with imprisonment for from 10 to 20 years. Now, this is section 277(1). Genital mutilation. Whoever mutilates the genital organ of a person by any means whatsoever shall be punished with the penalty provided for in section 277 above. And that I mean imprisonment from 10 to 20 years. Penalty shall be imprisonment for life where the offender habitually carries out such practice or does so for commercial purposes. That means that you are cutting out a woman's clitoris to sell, or her labia to sell, or to gain. That means you are doing it so that their parents or their relatives can pay you money for doing it. B, it leads to death of the victim. Most of the victims die. 3, the court may also impose the forfeitures provided for in section 19 and 30 of this code. 4, the provision of subsection 1 and 2 above shall not apply where the acts were performed by a qualified person or in order to save life. That means that if it's done by a professional, then we would say that by a doctor for health purposes. If there's not health purposes or trying to save the person's life, it should not even be done. And if I go to section 30, which was mentioned, there was also section 19, and I continue. Section 2772, that is prevention of growth and organ. Anybody that you find ironing a woman's breast, a little girl's breast, in the name of you're developing too early, should be arrested and put in jail. Remember, for genital mutilation, the person needs to go to jail for 10 to 20 years because it is not accepted in Cameroon. Genital mutilation is banned in Cameroon. So is ironing of the breast. Genital mutilation, whether it's type 1, 2, 3, 4, is banned in Cameroon. So section 2772, whoever in any manner, whatsoever interferes with an organ in order to inhibit its normal growth shall be punished with imprisonment of from 6 months to 5 years, or with fine from 100,000 francs CFA to 1 million, or with both such imprisonment and fine. That means even if it's your father or your mother, your auntie or uncle, any relative that has ironed your breast or keeps on ironing your breast or ironing the breast of your sister, your uncle, your cousin, let the authorities know, let the police know, let them be arrested and caged. Let them be arrested. Whoever is cutting off your clitoris in the name of religion, whether your parents are paying them or not, your relatives are paying them or not, call the authorities, signal the police, the military, go there, whether it's your father or your mother, let them go to jail. If you do not take the action, the next girl by you will be a victim. This form of inhuman act, grievous harms that have been caused or imposed on the female gender should end. I'm speaking as a citizen. I'm speaking as a voice. That whoever may cause somebody to cut off a part of someone's body in the name of religion, tradition, in the name of your father, your mother, and know what is good for you, your relative, in the name of abuse, ironing a girl's breast and say she's developing too early, that person should be called. If you are a victim and that has been done to you by any relative, blood or not, go to the authorities and report that case. This is one way for you to heal from what you have been through or what you are going through. Because if you don't do it, it will be done to your daughter. Change needs to start from you and I. Arise and let us stop these inhuman acts. The government will not know what is happening in your home or in your community if you don't speak out, if you don't call a spade a spade. Yes, some people are acting out of ignorance. Of course, yes. Some people are acting because it's a culture, it's tradition, it's religion. But then in the penal code that the government has put in place, and which God has approved, Jehovah in heaven has approved. Because if Jehovah did not approve of this, something would have happened to these codes and they should have been erased. Because the government was put there by Jehovah in heaven, God in heaven. And he kept them there. If he has kept these laws, that means God is okay with these laws. Please, let's come together. Let us seek how we can stop this. Maybe it will start by one person going forward. And it will end. It will end. It is still practiced. Guys, it's still practiced. You can go to the police station or to the government anonymously. And as a brother, as an uncle, as a father, as a mother, a sister, you report this and be anonymous and let the military and government come to your house and handle this case. Go to the social welfare, Ministry of Social Affairs, the delegation, report the matters there. If you have any questions concerning this, please pop this at the bottom of this video and I'll be ready to answer the questions. I'll be ready to give you guidance by the grace of God on how you can go about this matter. It's very important that in as much as we are trusting God in heaven to protect us, to guide us, Jesus has given us brains so we can think. He has given us brains so we can think, and our eyes and brains so we can read and we can understand, and so we can protect ourselves. And this responsibility is on you and I, not that of our Creator in heaven. Any question, I'll be open till next time. I'm your favorite medical microbiologist. And if you're just joining, please don't forget to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you for enjoying my content. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. You are the reason why I'm this far. And share this with anybody that you think it will be of help, because this inhuman acts, this grievous harm must stop in Cameroon. God bless.